Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com, and this is the Samsung Zeal from Verizon Wireless. Now you may remember a phone from a while ago called the Alias. It featured this e-ink technology that we see in a lot of ebooks today, and it was sort of like a basic flip phone. You could flip it open and have the number pad, but then you could also flip it to the side and those numbers would change to actual letters using that e-ink technology. So it's sort of different. The Zeal is basically the upgrade from the Alias. It has pretty much the same specs, but kind of just an updated design to make it look a little more modern. So we're going to unbox it and take a quick first look at it, then I'll test it out and come back in about 3 to 5 days and have a full review for you guys. So it's available from Verizon Wireless for $79.99. It's the Samsung Zeal. I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com. Let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the box for the Samsung Zeal from Verizon Wireless. And like I was saying in the intro, there's not a lot of differences or updates from the original Alias to the updated Zeal. In terms of specs, it's pretty much the same. It just kind of has an updated hardware design. So if we take it out of the box, you'll notice, basically the same design, but just a little different in terms of color scheme, couple aesthetic changes, but it's pretty much the same device, and it's even pretty much exactly the same size. So if you've ever seen the Alias or you've held it, you already know what it looks like and what it feels like. It's about 4 inches by 2 inches, and then it's a little over half an inch thick. It's still a very slim device. I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker, but it's actually pretty slim. But anyway, there's the device, and we'll take a look, see what else is in the box. You have a charger. Oh my gosh, I'm shocked. I was not expecting that at all. I'm just kidding. I was totally expecting that. And it looks like this sort of is annoying. It's proprietary jack there. It's not micro USB or even mini USB would have been fine, but it's proprietary, which is like from 2 years ago. So, I don't know, maybe they just had a bunch of old chargers lying around, they wanted to get rid of them. And then you have tips, hints, and shortcuts. Just in case you don't know how to use a phone, they're going to show you how. That's so nice of them. Okay, so that is it in the box. So we'll close it, and we're just going to shove it all in there. Okay, here's a phone. Let me see if I can power it on. You'll notice right away, this is e-ink technology. So that's the huge thing about this device, e-ink technology, so it can change depending on the mode that you're in. At the moment, I'm really just looking for the power button. Is that the power button? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I thought that was the camera button, but it's the power button. Anyway, so we'll let that power on and take off the protective film. This is sort of like a rubbery plastic film. Not like the plastic, it's more like rubber. Anyway, this is a 2.6 inch display here. It has a resolution of 240 by 320. And yes, it is pretty much, it's the same screen, same resolution as the Alias, and so no real updates there. We'll personalize it later. And in the meantime, okay, so this is the home screen, which is really weird and really different. Okay. So we'll figure that out later. But let me show you the keyboard. So here we're just in basic dialing format, and so you'll see the keyboard is has the numeric keypad, the arrows, a couple of other things for voicemail, camera, Bluetooth, just basic options. But then if we close it and then open it from the side, then you'll see it changes to a QWERTY keyboard. You still have the arrows there for navigation, send, clear end, but it changes, and so it's pretty cool. If you watch it, you can see it change. Well, I think I did it. Okay. There you go. We saw it change. Okay, so we'll go over to messaging. And just so you know, these two buttons right here with the arrows, those function as basically the two soft keys for whatever is up on the screen right now. So we'll go to messaging, we'll do a new message, a new text message, and we'll type in just basically that. Okay, so let me close it. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I missed a couple of keys there. You can see I made a couple of mistakes. But overall, the keyboard it's nice. The keys are very rubbery. They're not mushy. They're just very rubbery and very grippy. But still, there's not a whole lot of action. Whenever you actually press it down, it doesn't go down very far. And so that was one of the things I noticed right off the bat. It was kind of hard to tell that I was actually pressing a button. But it's interesting. You know, it's pretty easy to read. You know, not a whole lot of problems there. You can see that it shows up very well. You know, it's sort of weird that it shows up in the top corner. That may just have something to do with the design. You know, the numbers probably show up right here, so they had to, you know, be able to fit it all in. You know, but overall, it was nice for texting. And then of course it'll change if you do it this way. So if you want to use a T9 keypad, you can do that, and then you have a couple of just blank buttons there that don't really do anything. So it's interesting. It's sort of just, you know, I guess a novelty thing. I'm not really sure. You do have a camera on the front, actually. It is a 2-megapixel camera. It does have autofocus, interestingly, and digital zoom, 10 times digital zoom, and it also has night shot technology. And from Samsung's website, this is like the night shot to end all night shots. Although I seriously doubt that it's that good, but you know, they're really excited about it. So anyway, that's pretty much just a first look at the Samsung Zeal with the e-ink technology. You know, overall, it's pretty cool. I'll have to just test it out and see if it's really practical, if it's, you know, really something that comes in handy, or if it's just sort of a, you know, a nice, cool thing to show off. Feels very solid in the hand. You know, it feels sturdy enough, and again, like I said, it's thinner than I thought it would be, so it's not a big clunky device by any means. $79.99 from Verizon Wireless. It does also have a micro SD card slot. It supports up to 32 gigs, and then you have music controls on the front here for when you're playing music, and then it just shows the clock normally. So anyway, Samsung Zeal, Verizon Wireless, $79.99. I will test it out. I'll have my first impressions up on the site, and then I'll come back in about a week and tell you guys, is it worth getting? You know, not a lot of updates in terms of specs, but I don't think they're selling the Alias new anymore. I think you have to get it pre-owned. So is this a good successor? We'll find out in a week after testing it out. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Be sure and check out PhoneDog.com for more news, updates, and reviews. Also, you can check out our Facebook page. We're giving away up to 100 iPads, and I believe we're still giving away 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. We may have kind of changed the rules a little bit, but I believe we're still giving away 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. So it's Facebook.com/PhoneDog for more information on that. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, my screen name is It's My Job to Know, because, you know, it's my job to know. But anyway, I am Sydney from PhoneDog.com. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys later.